So today, I want to talk about a major problem that affects the integrity of the Ghanaian real estate sector. And unfortunately, it's one that is cultural and systemic, and that is rogue agents. I'm going to tell you about my experience of dealing with rogue agents. My family and I are looking for a place to stay, and we've searched far and wide, and we have found a place. We obviously have to take into account a year's worth of rent, which is actually constitutionally illegal, but it's common practice. And so we find the place, we agree with the agent a payment plan, 8 months up front and the remaining 4 over the coming 2 months. It's agreed with the landlord. We agree this on a let's say a Thursday. And so when I contact the landlord to say, okay, so what's the setup? How do we pay? Who do we pay? He said, oh, you can pay directly to me. Fine. But then, only then, he's already spoken to my wife, only then he decides to let us know there's a security deposit. Now, security deposits are normal. However, the fact that he didn't include that in the initial conversations made me skeptical. There's also a 10% charge on us as the tenant and 10% charge on the landlord. And I was trying to negotiate the charge down. I don't think that sat well with him, but either way, it's been agreed. I sent over my personal details and information for him to draw up a contract, and we were due to collect keys the following Wednesday. The Tuesday comes now, or even the Monday comes. Actually, it was on the Sunday where I called in to say, are we ready? Can we at least have an introduction to the landlord so we know who we're paying and all those kind of things? Because you have to do that here because it is so rogue. And, his back was up a little bit, but he said that was fine. So Tuesday comes now, the day before we're supposed to get the keys. And I've contacted, said, good morning, what's the status? And I just got a good morning back with nothing. And on that day, my wife also contacted him because what we started to see is that some of the agents that we dealt with previously started also advertising this property. And my wife's like, what's going on? Our deal has been accepted. What's the status? And he called and said, sorry, it's been taken by somebody else. Day before we're supposed to collect the keys after we've already established an agreement. It didn't sound right. So my wife went on to contact the people advertising on WhatsApp saying, is this available? Someone even had a video walkthrough of the place. Is this available? They all said, yes, we can come and view today. And it just so happens I was at a conference, and at that conference, the same agent was there. So I got to look him in his eye and said, what happened? You let us down. We had the deal. Oh, I'm sorry. Someone came and paid the full amount. You can't fool me that easily. I looked in his eyes and I said there was something wrong. So on the day in which we were supposed to collect the keys, we went to the property. And it's a tip that I mentioned in a previous video. We went to the property and we found the watchman and convinced the watchman to give us the owner's number. We got it. We called the owner, my wife did, and explained the situation. And the owner said, I know about you guys. I was expecting to get payment today, but I heard nothing, right? So the agent's taken it upon himself to play God and say, yeah, you know what? I'm not giving it to you guys without even a reputable backup. So the landlord was undoubtedly upset. Said, why hasn't this guy called me? And we had an agreement with somebody and then he's just taken it away from them. We're at the stage where we're waiting to hear back from the landlord after he speaks with the agent in question. We even sent the landlord screenshots of our conversations with the other agent saying that it's available. The landlord told us that he has only instructed one person to do this. So what's effectively happened is he's not happy. He wants backup. So he's got his network of agents to go and advertise this place. So we were going to see the same place that we just been told had been rented out. When I asked him, it's crazy that we were even in the same place the next day. It's just ironic. And I asked him, he was like, no, it's gone. This is the kind of thing that puts people off. I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. I have a bigger purpose. And I believe that we can support the improvement of the sector. What hope do we have? On the good side, there are some noises around regulation in the sector. There is ambition. Because everybody knows this kind of short-termist approach is not a sustainable one. This isn't one that wins in the long term. They know the right things need to be put in place. Do they have the desire, intention to make sure it goes through? The capability even to take something from as is to be ideal state? I don't know, but at least the intention's there. We'll find, and I will let you guys know what the outcome is as to what will happen next. But I encourage any professionals in the sector, when you're dealing with people and families, don't play God with them. Don't just take it upon yourself to say, I'm not giving it to you because I wield the power. Be professional. If there was an issue with, the agent fee or whatever, say no, agent fee is non-negotiable. Don't go behind people's backs, lie to their faces. Well, how does that help? You now have to find somebody for that property. And now your integrity is destroyed with the owner himself. I hope we get it, but I'm just putting out some of the challenges. And I'm not doing it, again, it doesn't benefit me. Again, I run a real estate analytics company here in Ghana. But without these messages, without these experiences being told, the reform isn't going to be there. People are starting to feel that even in the industry. There's only going to be so many horror stories before people say, I'm not doing that. It's happened already. I'm not buying land in Ghana. I'm not buying an apartment. I'm not buying a house. People have been scammed. And it's because of this kind of behavior. Thankfully and luckily, I have connections into a lot of these organizations. And I hope to get across the point that transparency equals investment. The more transparent a market is, the more your ability to assess pricing, to make informed decisions like we try to do with Kuro, the better it is for the country, the better the investment that will be. We've got a lot of upcoming issues that are going to affect things. We've had the city appreciation. There's an impending war in an area that holds a lot of oil reserves. Oh, it's a live war. It's not impending. That's going to push the oil price up. Oil price up, goes up, everything goes up. What then? People's cost of living have gone up. We've seen it. The last time we had the onset of war and COVID, etc., cost of living goes through the roof. Who's going to have the free cash flows to invest in the properties that you're building? Who's going to have the free cash flow to move to Ghana and actually make a go of it and not have to go back? It's something that the industry really needs to take into account. It's something that we're trying to do good in when it comes to Kuro Africa, provide that visibility of a wide range of prices that are available to you, provide that visibility of construction and infrastructure projects. We want to partner with the right people because that visibility will bring investment. I want Ghana to win. I'm a Ghanaian. I don't have a short-termist view. I have a collaborative view. I have a long-term view. Let me know in the comment. And I want this message to get out only because it's important for reform to take place. There is appetite. I've seen it. I've seen the words being spoken, but I'm offering up myself, my team as, support innovation. I speak with innovators all the time. There's some people with fantastic ideas because they are wrestling with the same issues. I hope to collaborate with you formally so we can move forward and actually make Africa a place and Ghana a place where people come and invest with sound quality information, sound quality services surrounding it, because the status quo only benefits for the few, but even the few are going to realize this isn't working. How long can my apartment sit empty for? And another thing is, even when we got wind or spoke with the landlord, he said that a lot of the times he got offers, but he was wary of the people that were trying to make offers, scammers. Recently, there's this whole FBI story come out. The FBI in Ghana taking down scammers, and they're the ones who have the free cash flow to pay the exorbitant amounts because they're not having to work a 9 to 5. They're getting large sums of money. It's like, yeah, I'll rent this place from you. I'll give you whatever up front. It's nothing to them. But, landlords also are cognizant of the quality of people that they're dealing with, So I'll stop there. Again, this doesn't benefit me. I just want better for Ghana. Until next time, take care, stay safe, stay informed.